me a fat guy. Can't even hardly fit into my leather jacket anymore. Time for a new one. And this one isn't even hardly broken yet. They say what you can do with these. I lay them out in the driveway and I can run over it with the truck like 20 or 30 times, make it look like it's been rode hard. It's a little broken, but it's got a long way to go. Well, even got the pockets are gaping on this thing right now. I'd have to keep them zipped up just so it wouldn't look bad. Oh my gosh. I just can't win. I don't know, how many of you guys still wear leather? I mean, it's probably getting to be a thing of the past for motorcyclists. I don't know. I mean, they got so many, Kevlar type jackets out there now and stuff that bikers like to wear. They're more lightweight. I mean, this is a heavy coat. And when it gets warm and you got to take it off, I almost have to roll it up and strap it on the back like I did this one. Because if I did put it in my saddlebag, it would take every inch of the space, and I'd be lucky to get the saddlebag buckled down. So it is a heavy leather. Got the elbow pads on it. I added these little pull things just to make it easier to zip and unzip when I have my gloves on. It's kind of hard to grab hold of a little tiny zipper thing, so these pulls make it much easier. But I pretty much only wear this for cold weather riding. Like today, it's in the upper 40s, so you have to wear the jacket when you're out riding just to cut the wind. But like I said, there's a lot of other options out there nowadays that guys like to wear instead of the heavy leather. I remember when I bought my first leather jacket. It was one of those, I guess like James Dean type leather jackets. I was just looking at this Easy Rider's picture to see if he was wearing, Peter Fonda, I see if he was wearing one of those, but it doesn't look like it. But one of those old classic style biker leathers that had the big collar flap that snapped over on the side. That was my first leather jacket, and I bought it off of a buddy who rode, and he sold it to me for 20 bucks. Yeah. And I wore that thing until I outgrew it, and I outgrew it pretty quick. I mean, when I was a kid, I was pretty skinny, so but I grew like a weed, so I had to upgrade and buy. So my second leather jacket was the same thing. It was the old classic style. I think it had like the belt buckle down below, and yeah, I wore that thing out, and then I bought this one. And this is the one that I did most of my riding with. So you'll see it still has my old original patches on there from going back into the 90s. But I outgrew that. And right now it just stays on the bike for more or less of a, I don't know. I guess it's just kind of, I like to have it with me, but I can't fit into it to wear it anymore. It's like a bologna skin on me. I'm gonna take that off for now. It's pretty warm in the shop here. But anyway, yeah, I'm kind of fond of that one, so I like to carry it with me. But I don't wear it anymore. I think I took it off and V wore it a couple times when we were out and it started getting chilly. I also have, this is leather, that my original Rolling Thunder vest. It's a real lightweight one though, and I've outgrown that too. See, I even had the expander chains on that, but I think if I put it on now, those chains would probably be stretched because I've been eating too good. I keep telling myself that I'm going to diet, and eat healthy foods. And I do. I don't eat a lot of junk food, but I eat a lot of healthy food, which I can't seem to lose 1 pound. And probably my age too. This morning, Buzz and I went out and we walked 3.5 miles. Pretty good pace. And burn some calories, and I try to do that. I try to stay active every day to try to keep my weight down, but it just it doesn't work. Then I go home and I'm hungry, and I gotta find something to eat again. When the temperatures are down, I gotta stay warm, so I wear my leather jacket, my gloves. I probably can't even fit into my chaps anymore. I haven't put those on in a while. I'm okay to ride without chaps. My legs can take the cold, but my chest I like to keep zipped up, and then I always wear a neck wrap when I ride to keep me warm too. I wanted to show you this too. Let's get the weight on there. This is V's leather jacket. It's a real heavy one too. It has a liner in it, so I don't know. I haven't done anything with it yet. I will probably sell it. I don't know. It's a Unique 2XL women's. It's got the wing on the sleeve. It's got the angel wings on the back. She was all about the angels, and yeah. This is just kind of a fleece jacket that I don't hardly wear because I'm not real fond of the logo on the back. Kind of goofy like. I've got a suede leather for going to church, I guess. But this V like to wear this thing, and it's not leather. But it's the Harley Davidson. Got the Harley Davidson logo on the back. It's got a hood, and yeah, she was pretty fond of wearing that all the time too. So I don't know what I'm going to do with her with those things of hers yet. I probably should sell them, but for now they just stay in there, kind of like a keepsake. It gives me a good memory of her. And then I feel like she's still with me as far as, going riding on the motorcycle, even though her leather is in here. That was always a big part of us. This is a Unique 2. This is my vest. And this is a very heavy vest. No patches on it or anything. It's just kind of more of a dress thing for me. But I don't hardly ever wear it anymore. Yeah, my leather vest is like almost brand new. I've worn it only a few occasions, but it's a heavy vest, and I mean, I don't know. There's very few occasions that I would have to wear the vest, and then you don't ever see me wearing a vest anyway. But anyway, back to the leather jacket. My original one, I had a lot of patches on it. I mean, these are just patches you can see, but the front of the jacket had patches on it. The typical biker thing, back when I was a little more hardcore into the riding. And my Rolling Thunder vest had a lot more patches on it. I had a boot patch here. I had the rocker and the eagle on the back. But the jacket that I'm wearing now, I don't have any patches on it. And I had considered putting some patches on it, but I don't know. I just couldn't make up my mind really if I wanted to put anything on it. I mean, I'm kind of out of that phase of the patches, you know. Back when I was riding with clubs and stuff, that's what you do. You label yourself with these patches. You identify with a lot of these patches, like where you've been, who you know, which brothers passed away, different pins that, you know, the broken wings that mean that you've been injured in an accident, a motorcycle accident, and so forth. So, which I do have, by the way. I can show you. Somebody had gifted me these broken wings, which I would like to put on my jacket, but I have never done it yet. This little feather laying down there, and the wings are kind of broken over on the ends. That particular patch means that you've been down, you've been hurt, and you're a survivor. And I could definitely wear that, because I've been in more than one motorcycle accident, but one real serious one that had me in the hospital for 3 days. Luckily, though, I am still surviving. So what do you guys think? Do you do the leathers, or do you do the Kevlar, or different materials? And are leathers kind of going out of style? You know, if you're going to go buy leathers, they're around here anyway. I don't know what it's like for you, but around here you only got a couple options. There's some little outlet stores, but you have to drive to find them. I know there's one that's got to be probably a 50-mile drive from here. I call it down Amish country. It's a shop in one of the towns down there, a leather shop, and they got biker stuff in there. But the leather that they have is like made in Mexico. You got to really be careful when you're buying some of that stuff, because it's a much lower quality. Cheap though. I mean, you could get a leather jacket for $99, but you get what you pay for. It's a much lower quality leather, a thin leather, and they come in different styles too. And I think they still have that original style with the collar flap that buttoned back over on the side, and the belt buckle. They still have those there too. You know, the other option around here is to go to the Harley dealership. I wouldn't buy anything from the Harley dealership in that regard. You're going to pay an exorbitant amount of money for a leather jacket there, and then it's going to be plastered with all the Harley Davidson stuff, which, you know, to me that's like wearing a leather jacket that says Ford or Chevy on it or something like that. And I don't like a leather. I don't want my leather to be advertising Harley Davidson, even though I ride one. You know, I don't want to be a walking billboard for Harley Davidson, let's put it that way. But yeah, that's the worst place you can go to buy a leather. Now, some of you guys are into that Harley stuff, and I'm not gonna I'm not gonna badmouth you for it. I mean, that's your prerogative. If you like to wear that's cool. It's just not me, you know. Just not me. I just prefer, right now, just the plain leather. I would like it if my leather jacket was a little more broke in. It just seems real stiff when I put it on, and it's always been that way. But it's a real heavy cowhide grain leather. It's a real thick leather, so it's hard to break in. I should lay it out in the driveway and run my truck over it and make it look like it's well worn. No, I wouldn't do that, but I'm sure there's people that have done that. You know, put it in the dryer with some rocks and just let it tumble for an hour, and there was with some rocks beaten on it. Yeah, you could do that too. Well, it is a beautiful day for a ride, and I'm going to put my leather jacket back on and head out of here and get some wind in my hair. Well, maybe this hair, Nah, because I'm going to wear a bandana. It keeps my beard from flying up and tickling my nose. But look at this, so beautiful today. Yesterday, it literally poured down rain all day long, and you can see my yard is a swamp, a literal swamp. If you walk anywhere in the grass here, it's going to squish like you're walking on a great big sponge. So I'm looking forward to it drying out so that I can start doing some gardening here pretty soon. I've only got 5 weeks left until we got to do gardening, but I'm looking forward to that. It looks like spring is really starting to bloom here. I've got this, it's a plum, but it's real pretty. It has like maroon colored leaves, and then it's got these nice little pink blossoms on it. You'll see it's very windy today. The wind's going to be blowing me all over the place. My pear trees are in bloom up there beside the house, and my magnolia, a little magnolia right beside the corner of the house there, is starting to blossom. So spring is in the air. I still got my crab apples that haven't really blossomed yet, and my cherries that haven't blossomed yet, and they're beautiful when those things open up. So I'm looking forward to that too. All right, cats, it's been good hanging out with you again today, and I hope you can all get some riding in now. The rain has rinsed all the salt off the road, so you don't have an excuse anymore. And be careful though. Be careful. There's some wackos out there. You know, I was out in my truck this morning, and I saw some wackos. Practically saw a road rage incident happen. Not by me, but somebody else that was behind me. And I was like, you just want to stop and shake them and go, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? Don't do this on the road. This is stupid. People can't control their temper anymore. It's ridiculous. Well, I hope that doesn't happen to anybody on a motorcycle. You're going to have to really pay attention. Have eyes in back of your head, peripherals, watch in front of you. Be careful, please. I don't want to hear any accidents, and I don't want one either. So, anyway, ride hard and die free. Until next time, cats, I will catch y'all later.